Hi, everyone. Good morning. Happy Sunday. How are you? How's your weekend going? I'm doing well. It's nice and sunny out here in Brooklyn. It was overcast and rainy yesterday, and I was like out in a torrential downpour, and it was like, okay, well, that's that. So I'm really excited about getting outside, and I'm just like looking at my window, and it's like, yay, blue sky. Um, Welcome to your daily affirmation. Hey, yay, Allison, I'm so happy you're here. Happy Sunday. January 26th. So my name is Alyssa Abrahamson, and I'm a nutritional therapist and wellness coach. Noah, oh my God, people in the house. I'm so happy you guys are here. Thank you. Just a few more days left in the first month of 2020. How's it going? How are you feeling? I hope good. I hope joining me live or watching the replays has brought some goodness into your life. That's my intention. So I'm anxious to see what we got going on. See, look at that. Oh, there we go. Look at that beautiful blue sky. Yay, New York City weather today. Okay. So, all right. Ooh-hoo. Okay, people, this is good. All right, so Sunday, January 26th. Now, I'm going to say it out loud. I'm going to say it out loud, so please join me in saying it out loud or say it in your mind. I see my patterns, and I choose to make positive changes. I see my patterns, and I choose to make positive changes. Okay, so this is cool because it just is like so going on with the theme that, I've been really kind of like focusing on and sharing, just to be like an observer of your thoughts and your mind. So I'm just going to read that again. I see my patterns, and I choose to make positive changes. So, I mean, it's so interesting. I feel like some people are like, oh, well, at least I'm aware of, this one, not healthy thing that I'm doing, but I'm not really doing anything about it, but at least I'm aware of it. Like, I know that like I eat dairy and it gives me gas and bloating and it makes me feel like shit. But at least I'm aware of it. Or I know I have this pattern with like my boss, and, I get really angry easily, and at least I'm aware of it. Well, I think fucking bullshit. Okay. You know what? If you're aware of it, hey, Stephanie, then do something about it. If it's like not bringing you goodness and making you feel good and healthy and vibrant and like interacting in like really healthy ways with yourself and those around you, I think that like that excuse of at least I'm aware of it. Yes, awareness is the first, step into, getting understanding and getting to know like where we're at and our patterns and then making a choice. But I have so many people like, friends or family members or whatever that, for years have an issue with a pattern that they have in their life. And they keep on saying for years, well, at least I'm aware of it. Again, bullshit. Sorry, I'm feeling actually not sorry. If you're aware of it, do something to make this pattern better. It's like, I've had experiences. I'm just gonna, whatever. Obviously I was here thinking out the top of my head, but years and years and years ago, like having like a boss, that I was like really interacted with in not the most positive way. And it was definitely a lot of it was coming from me. And so I made like, and feeling uncomfortable to have a conversation, but I chose, like, I knew what my pattern was, and I knew that there were just like things that really, just really were hard for me. And I knew that like I'm not going to change him. I'm not going to change this person. I have to change my pattern and how I'm responding or how I'm approaching him, and really working on that. And, that takes effort. So yes, the number one thing is, and what I've been like really advocating for, is that you learn to manage your thoughts and your mind. And then once you are an observer from a very like loving, non-judgmental place. And then when you are, like become this, like just like observer, and you just get to know yourself, then you can make these changes. Now, there's something in our, like maybe we might be like doing actions that, we're kind of like doing an action before we recognize what our thought is. So that's actually pretty cool to stop and, I have like, okay, so I have a really good friend. Here's another thing that's just popped in my brain. This is the thing about saying negative thoughts to yourself, which is like literally hurts my heart so deeply. And if there's any way that I can help you, I am here for you. Like that's what I do. And so I have a really good friend who for years and years and years, like, I talk about like this old phrase that I used to say, or phrase or whatever thing that, I used to say to myself, like I'd stub my toe and I'd be like, oh, I hate myself, which is horrible. So this dear friend, one of her things that she says, like, oh, she like forgot her keys, or she, almost ran a red light or whatever. She'd be like, I'm such an idiot. Just say it flippantly, like, oh, no big deal. And it's like, I've for years, like, yelled at her, like, you are so not an idiot. You are smart and you are thoughtful and you are creative and you are such a good person. And please do not say these things to yourself. So it's like, I'm just reading this again. I see my patterns and I choose to make positive changes, whether it's something that you're saying to yourself, every day that you realize, oh, that's a pattern, or something that you do every day. Maybe it's some sort of a pattern, like, that you have that isn't serving you. Maybe it's like binge watching too much TV every single night. And it's this kind of pattern that you think like, oh, it's my way of quote self-care, or like my downtime. But actually, that it just is literally like this, like mind suck and not giving you, hey, Frankie, like any energy or any positivity. And let me just say, if you are, binge watching TV every night and it really brings you like the most joy and like motivation in your life, and that's like great, but I would beg to differ that might be, something that you could, just going back to, I'm jumping all around, but thinking about time, people like, everyone's like, I don't have time. I have no time. I hate time. And that also pains my heart, because it's like when you are an observer of your thoughts and of your life, and you see like where you're spending your time, whether that is, binge watching Netflix or whatever, and you're not creating time to, you're making these choices that maybe in the moment might seem beneficial, but for the long run, they're actually just not serving you. Like maybe actually, reading a book or going for a walk, listening to a podcast, that is something that, just like being this observer and seeing like, how am I leading my life? What am I thinking in my brain? What can I do to change these patterns, to make positive changes? And I just think it's so cool that we have the power to make positive changes in our lives. We all know this, but we make up excuses like, at least I'm aware of it. I'm not doing anything about it, but at least I'm aware of it. Again, bullshit. Yes, become aware, but then let's make a decision, y'all. Make a decision, make a commitment, and take action. If you haven't listened to my on my Facebook page, Alyssa at Wellness HQ, I last on Tuesday the 21st, I did a online workshop called How I Overcame Pain, Fatigue, and Negativity, and How You Can Too. And I kind of go through steps to address these, concerns and blockages and, issues. And literally the first thing is you got to make a decision, and so many of us are so scared to make decisions. And, that could just be going back to perfectionism and thinking like, oh, I'm not going to follow through on with myself or my, or like, what if it's not perfect or what if I'm not good enough, and oh God, that is just makes me want to cry because that's totally how I've been most of my life. And I've definitely broke free of that, perfectionism, like living my life, in fear and then not taking action or taking steps because if it's not perfect, then I can't show the world this, or I'm going to, disappoint myself. But I think that the more that we really just take smaller steps and make choices and changes and that are positive for us, that we can learn to trust ourselves. And that's like so important and critical and like something that I just really teach and want to emphasize. So we're going to look at this affirmation one more time. And again, please like say it with me out loud or in your mind. I see my patterns and I choose to make positive changes. I see my patterns and I choose to make positive changes. It's all about getting to know yourself, you guys. And I am in love with getting to know myself and helping guide people to get to know themselves. And coming from a place of, compassion and non-judgment, which is really hard for us humans. We beat ourselves up all the time. And so once we are aware, and yes, we are aware, don't let that, and you know that you need to make a change, I am begging you, please do not get stuck in that indecision and just kind of like, at least I'm aware. Make that change, make that commitment, because you know what? You freaking deserve it. You deserve to make positive changes and just like trust yourself and build that relationship with yourself. I feel so strongly about it. It's such a beautiful, empowering thing. And yeah, so I think today what I am going to recommend is continue to manage your thoughts and be like a very compassionate and kind observer. Get to know what's going on in your mind. I think most of us are aware of a pattern that is detrimental to us. And you know that I love to give writing exercises. So write about that, like something that is not serving you, something that you think, some pattern that you do in your life. And, why is this something that you are continually doing, just like, thought down low, just like get it out. And thank you so much, Allison. Yay. And then I feel like just get it out. And then where do you want to make a positive change? One thing, just one thing. Start small. One thing. And I do have to say that I'm super stoked about February. Like I like time to go very slowly because, oh my God, time goes so fast. And so I'm like relishing that it's still January. But you guys, I'm super stoked about February. Jumping ahead, I hope you're on my email list because I've got a lot of like fabulous things in the works. And I will be posting in here and on my page, but I'm going to be doing some 5-day challenges that I know that you're going to love and want to participate in terms of positive changes. So, that being said, please take a moment and think about where in your life you want to make a positive change. And hi, Travis, yay! And then, yes, have that awareness and see that pattern and see that in yourself. And don't beat yourself up. Please don't beat yourself up, even though I say, oh, yeah, you're aware that's bullshit. Just make a fucking decision. I feel like I'm being a hard ass today, and that's okay. But a funny hard ass, right? A loving hard ass. Yes, awareness is a step, the first step. See it. Don't freaking get caught in that for years. And then see where you want to make a positive change and just make that decision and make that commitment. I am going to pull out that quote from Oprah that I talk about in my class, that you can watch the replay on January 21st. And I should memorize it because it's so brilliant. But it's something essentially like making a decision. Like, don't like get caught in this like, I want to, or I really want to, or whatever. You have to say, I have decided. I have decided. And like, once you make that decision and you start making positive changes, it feels so good. Again, start with small steps and just like make yourself proud. I love making myself proud. It's so like such a beautiful like way to deepen your connection with yourself. So, look, we all sometimes let ourselves down for sure. But I think that we should like really relish and like celebrate when we do something like really nice for ourselves, or we follow through on a commitment to ourselves, and really focus on that positivity. Positive reinforcement, y'all. Positive reinforcement. So, thank you for joining me. I am going to be back Monday and Tuesday, the 27th and 28th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I actually have jury duty the end of the week, starting Wednesday. But so I need to call in on Tuesday. Anyway, I might be going live really early in the morning, which I'm like nervous about, but that'll be a really fun challenge. So we shall see. I think of like jury duty. I just watched Sex and the City. Remember when Carrie was on jury duty and that dude like brought out a mango and a pineapple? Well, maybe I will be that person to bring out a pineapple in jury duty. Anyway, happy Sunday. Thank you for joining me. It just means the world to me. And I'm so honored that you are taking time for yourself to really just open your heart and your mind and your thoughts so you can continue to get to know yourself and trust yourself and be an observer of your thoughts, have awareness, but then make a decision and make a positive change. And that's what I'm here for, to support you. And I will see you tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If there is someone that you know that you think might benefit from joining us in the group, please comment with their name, or I think you can just invite them to join the group. I'd love to just really continue to build this force of energy that we're all coming together from around the world, and just moving through our lives in a really healthy way. And, we're all doing the best we can. So thank you so much for being here. Again, my name is Alyssa Abrahamson, and I'm a nutritional therapist and wellness coach. And I'm just so honored that you're here. And I'm just sending you so much love for an awesome rest of your weekend. Happy Sunday. And I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.